Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and please hold on a second, we will go and get to the gameplay as soon as possible, but I do have a little announcement. Now, as some of you may or may not recall, I am going to go to Korea on the June of 6th, right? And I'm not moving just yet, don't you worry, I would have notified you about this sooner, but I will stay there for a couple of days. Which means that I'll obviously have no computer, no internet access. Well, actually, I probably will have internet access, but I'll just have no way of making videos. Now, what I'm going to do to make sure that you do not leave me or forget about me or whatever, is I'll make a bunch of videos in the following days to make sure they will be automatically published as I am staying in Korea. Now, what does this mean? It means that I'll have to work overtime to actually make enough videos to fill the gap that is going to be my absence. So I'm not capable of doing this with, let's say, 40 minutes long videos. I'll have to lower the length of each of my video to at most 30 minutes. I'm sorry, but that's the best thing I can think of to keep you entertained while I am gone. I hope you understand, and with that out of the way, we can skip to the gameplay and I'll be right back. Alright, I have returned as promised. There's our friend Honeyface. He's anxious for me to start the game, or rather this video, with a battle, so let us appease him and do so indeed. As you can clearly see, the Shadowmen decided to attack him, but they have only a single dreadnought, and even though it is a powerful beast, mind you, it has nowhere near enough the firepower to actually take down my thermal ships. At least that's what I'm counting on, because honestly I don't have enough firepower to take him down either. He's got way too much defense and I will just not be able to penetrate his defenses at all. That's also why his military power is basically equal to mine, in case you're wondering. Now, it is incredibly important that I do not lose this battle, because right now what I'm doing with this fleet is I'm blockading the area around Matrix. Why? Well, because if I'm not doing so, then what will happen is that, first of all, even if this fleet does survive and this allows the enemy to capture Matrix, but no longer blocks the Matrix, then the enemy can just move around, capture Observer, capture Dust Cellars, and all this chaotic nonsense that I'll have to go through would be incredibly annoying. Not even mentioning the fact that they could also capture Ruins. Now, in a way, I don't mind them taking Ruins away from me, away from Pirates, because it's not like I have control over the system anyway. However, the problem is, even though the AI would, technically speaking, improve Ruins, right? They would make some new improvements that I maybe even do not have access to yet. But then it could be very difficult to retake Ruins in a relatively short amount of time, because they would have more defense than the Pirates would ever be able to give a single system. So I really want to be able to retake Ruins on my own, but we'll see if that is a possibility or not. We will see. Anyway, sadly I didn't have enough time to assign a hero to this fleet before I was attacked. I would gladly do so, because honestly with this hero in here, I would not have to be nearly as worried as I am right now. So let us go into this battle and hope for the best. Now obviously I'm going to have to go with some kind of a defensive card to increase my chance of survival as it is. So I guess yet again we're going to go with Barrier, especially since the enemy is using a variety of different weapons that, you know, it's not like I have any defense modules at all. I'm just relying on a large amount of hull points, or HP, or health points, if you prefer this word. So actually I could go for weapon deception, but then again, enemy does not use any missiles. Now, short circuit actually lowers the enemy's kinetics efficiency, at least I believe that's how it works. But adaptive strategy, no, I need extra health. Or actually, no. The reason why I wasn't too sure what I want to go for is pretty self-explanatory, but let me explain it to you regardless. Now, adaptive strategy is very powerful when boosting the amount of damage you deal. Because, well, it's just plus 30% boost to your damage. It's incredible. However, what it also does is hold on, let me click on it. It lowers your defense efficiency as well by a ton. Think about my cruisers though. They do not have any defense anyway, so I do not have to worry about it being lower at all, right? So I might as well go for adopt a strategy and deal this extra amount of damage and be on my merry way, because I'll be able to just completely wreck through the opponent regardless. Actually, I will not. I will just be able to barely deal some amount of damage, because right now I'm not dealing any. And that's the point. That's why I was thinking about using the adaptive strategy. Thing is, though, Barrier is just so much better in my situation. It boosts my HP by a lot, makes sure that those thermals survive, and that's pretty much the main and only job, to survive. I don't care if they destroy the enemy ships or not, they just have to keep them in place, make sure they don't swarm around the rest of my systems like a plague, right? This is their only purpose, and they are doing it, and as long as they are fulfilling it well, I am content. Now, the enemy was able to destroy one of my thermals, damage the other one, and it has taken no damage at all in the process, but it was to be expected. Now, let's see how quick I can click change you assigned to fleet. Yes, I did! I feel so proud of myself, and actually, amoebas don't even try to attack me. This is good. This means that maybe, just maybe, the amoebas consider not, you know, going into hostile actions with me, which would be amazing, to be quite honest, because I could not survive a combined assault of both Sheridan and Amoeba. Even Sheridan on their own are going to be an issue, but not an issue I could not resolve. Amoeba, on the other hand, they are way more scary. Now, off camera, I did order the construction of a couple of improvements that are here to, you know, increase the happiness of my empire, which is incredibly essential, as you all are aware. But also, colonial rights are amazing because they boost your entire fleet's production if your people are ecstatic. Now, I don't think I'll be able to achieve this outside of Dacelos and maybe Matrix, which already does have colonial rights. But, you know, it's always worth trying, and at the very least, colonial rights prevent my people from being unhappy, like on Rendezvous Run. Now, the bad part about what is happening right now is that the Shredder are blocking my matrix. Not only does this mean that I cannot use anything but titanium on this system, which is pretty bad, mind you, but also it, as I mentioned many times before, it lowers my science to flat 0. It's incredibly problematic. Now, I am able to deal with this because I've been dealing with this for the duration of like the past 9 videos or so. But it also lowers my dust by a lot. And I do mean a lot. It is lowered by, I don't remember, 90%, or maybe it was just like 75%. Either way, it's incredible, and the amount of dust I am losing around the system is just mind-blowingly bad. And as you can see, if I continue this trend, I'll soon go bankrupt, and there is nothing I can do to stop this. Except for careful sweeping. As you remember, I have a lot of moons, I might as well skip the 10 actually. I have a lot of moons that have no temples on them, but I can still exploit them for dust with my new improvement. And I'm hoping that with this particular improvement, I'll actually be able to make enough profit to not go bankrupt. Also, my empire is now fervent, and yeah, it means a hugely increased industry and science and food on all of my systems, and it's basically amazing. And also, I'm only losing 30 dust per 10 now, which is way better. Also, as you can see, Sheridan want to go for another round. Well, I will gladly appease to that, but amoebas, that's a problem. As you can see, what they are trying to do, and they will succeed, don't you worry, they will succeed, unfortunately, is they're trying to go on an interstellar journey to ruins, and they want to capture it for their own, which I will not allow. Actually, I will allow because I don't have the necessary firepower to stop them, but it will force me to take ruins back from the amoebas, which will in return anger them and probably make them declare war on me. I don't want this to happen, but sadly, it's not like there's much I can do to prevent that from happening. Not at all. I do have to do something to maybe try and capture ruins on my own, maybe send a small fleet over there, but I don't have even the means to make this fleet. And even if I did, I wouldn't be able to make it in time before the amoebas would make it into ruins, because I bet that they have like almost all scientific discoveries already, and they can just like cover this distance in a single turn, which is crazy, I know, but it's most likely the case. Anyway, let's engage in this battle and hope for the best. By which I mean, I hope I will not lose any thermals and maybe, just maybe, be able to deal a small portion of damage upon this dreadnought, which would be very much so an amazing thing. Indeed. Now, in the meantime, what I can do is open a new box of juice. Now, honestly, it's not that kind of juice that I would like to use, because my mom was like, hey, you should stop drinking the same juice over and over again, try to expand and whatnot, and oh, the enemy is so terrified he actually tries to run away. Well, it is kinda good, because I don't want him here, as simple as that, but the bad thing about this is, he countered my Data Strategy card. So I wasn't able to do any damage to him while he was happily trying to destroy my ships, which he obviously wasn't able to do, but it was still kind of an awkward situation, if I may say so myself. And oh, now there are more ships, way more ships. Right, I do need my juice, so let me pour down my glass. I hope it is going to be okay. Well, it's not, because I forgot to shake it, so that's going to be annoying. Alright, I'll deal with this later. First of all, about the one, that's very nice. Obviously my hero did not level up because it was, let's say it, a pathetic battle indeed, but this one is also not going to be as too tough, but the enemy has missiles in an unthinkable quantity, and I'm rather scared because of this. They might very well be able to break through my thermal's defenses, which would not be great. Now anyway, let me drink this unshaken juice, and no, I don't think it will be as great as the other one, but let's try it nevertheless. Nowhere near as good as the other one. Sorry mom, I was right. It's not bad, mind you. In fact, I think I like it better than the other one from the red fruits I drank before. But this one is just simple orange with a little bit of mango in it. Well, I do like orange and mango, it's not like something exceptional or whatnot. And anyway, very problematic situation. The enemy countered my weapon deception, so they are going to deal a full amount of damage on my ships. I'm going. Oh, wow! Even a thermal could not, in fact, withstand this kind of firepower. Fortunately, though, the enemy's missiles are not going to be as effective as they were in the previous turn, and maybe now my thermal is actually going to be able to resist the enemy. Now, do I have anything that counters defense? Not really, that's a problem. I mean, I do have shot second, but then again, the enemy would counter me as well, which would be kinda awkward and useless, pointless, or not. And besides, I do need to keep preparing, so no repair assistance it is, baby. And wow, I actually just noticed what kind of rockets the enemy is using, and those are fairly advanced. There is no doubt about that, the enemy is really going for some highly advanced technologies, and really, I'm in a bad spot. I mean, my technologies are behind, my empire is behind, my everything is behind, my fleets are the only thing keeping me alive, but even they are behind. It's like 300 over here, and I lost another thermal? How? Missiles are extremely ineffective in a melee phase, and last time I didn't lose thermal in a medium phase. Well, maybe the enemy got some critical strikes, which I guess was exactly what happened, because I don't see how else this thing could have happened. Anyway, now, problem is, I said this hero is supposed to have good stats, but I kinda do need this dust barrier to survive. Or should I not digress and just go straight for the stats to make this hero as buffy as humanly possible and just make him add an incredible amount of power to my ships? Then again, on thermals it wouldn't be that effective, because all this hero does is increase my interception capabilities and my minimal and maximum amount of damage. And my ships are not so great on dealing damage, and they have no defense modules at all, so all the stats are useless. However, I have to think about the future, and in the future I could use a hero that is heavily focused on stats. Now, what I'm trying to do is see if there is anything in particular I want to max out. Commander-in-Chief could be very useful indeed. I might think about going for this, and Ground Pounder is always useful, but it would require me to go for Veteran, which I guess I will go for anyway, because it also gives me access to Tinkerer. But for now, I guess I will go for Team Spirit for extra offensive defense, which is very nice, and then I'll max out Defender. Alright. Fortunately, the enemy, it doesn't look like the enemy is going to attack me again. That's very, very good indeed. Now, let's have a quick look at my expansion ship fleets. ESA seems to be clear, which is very, very nice. I can now safely send my ships to where I need them to go, and in fact, yeah, I can just safely click on Alioth, because still one fleet is going to be ahead of the other. And yeah, even if there are parts on Alioth, I should be able to clear them out before my colonization ships arrive. those two systems might be my lifesavers, because as you can see, all of my main systems are basically preoccupied trying to survive the endless assault of countless amount of enemies. So I do need something that is in my backyard per se, well defended and protected by just the distance between me and the enemy, and that's basically going to be those systems' best defense. Now I will leave a defense fleet behind, which I can no longer specify which one it is, as annoying as it is, but oh well, to make sure they are protected from pirates. But that's the only thing I'm going to leave there, because I do not think that the enemy will in fact be able to attack those systems from this far away. They will actually, they will be able to do so, but they will focus on my main systems first. Now, what do I do with this ship? I do want to make sure that ruins are mine, but I cannot just send a scout over there and start capturing it, because there are most likely pirates. Actually, there are no pirates over there. I just realized I have detection range and there is nobody there. As in nobody. Now I cannot move those thermals, I need them, without them I will just die. So let's think about this. Does Observer have enough industry to make me a ship? Any ship is going to be good enough. Well, they can't really make me a thermal, but they can make a single magnetic, and you know what? A single magnetic might be good enough. I do have the ability to travel between stars, don't I? No I do not. I will in 4 turns. That is a long time. A very long time. Alright, this decision might come back later to bite me in you know what, but what I'm going to do is send this single thermal ship. Oh, I can't, the enemy is in fact blocking me, it's just not indicating it on the hand. That's pretty bad. So there's no way for me to stop the enemy from taking ruins at all. I don't have the necessary firepower to dispatch the enemy. I do not. I could go for glass cannon technique, but it's lame. And you know what? F this. I'm not going to go away from my role-playing strategies and whatnot. And yeah, that's the problem. Even if I do not... If I focus on my role-playing, right, and do continuously purchase all of possible weapons on my ships, then I cannot really create efficient glass cannons, because all of those weapons will not work. They will not be able to penetrate the enemy's defenses. If I focused on 2, or preferably just 1, like I did last time, then I would have no problems at all dispatching the enemy fleets. But no, I don't want to do so. It is my desire to roleplay, even if it is a nuisance in the long run. I want to continue doing so as long as I can without losing the game. But honestly, what else can I do? In fact, those magnetics I cannot even make on my Matrix, because they use hexaferrum, which I do not have access to on a hexaferrum, because, you guessed it, it is being under blockade. Yet hexaferrum is the system with the most industry. Alright, first of all, let's try now. Man, it is really a problematic situation that I cannot really respond to well. Alright, let's put a little bit of role-playing aside. I'm sorry, but I need to do this and go a little bit more heavy on the missiles. Good old missiles are going to be effective. Now, this way I'm still role-playing with this kind of setup, but with certain missiles I can possibly penetrate the enemy defenses if I have enough destroyers in a fleet, which I hope will happen. And I still have enough pinch gunners and ultra slugs to pretend like I'm still going with this whole role-playing nonsense that is really costing me everything at this point in time, but really, you know how it goes. The show must go on, and this is at least making those videos entertaining, if nothing else. Yeah, it is definitely making them entertaining. I'm struggling in every single video just to barely hang on to my dear life, because I'm consistently in this threat state in which I try my best to survive. Really exciting, isn't it? Anyway, how many magnetics can I make on dust cellars? Not too many. I think I'll only be able to make 4, even that will be a something. Alright, well, 4 it is. 4, it's still not that bad, if I have to be honest. Now, how many can I make on Tortuga? Let's have a quick look. Well, I should be able to safely make 3 of those at the very least. I do want to have some industry saved up after I finish making ships. I don't know, just in case, I guess. You just forget about converting industry to dust. I do need more ships. I I thought I could go to my peaceful status, but apparently peace is not something that is I'm, going to experience anytime soon. I just have to continuously fight for my dear life and survival, as the enemy is not going to give me any pardons. They want me to die, as simple as that. Now Gribar is actually going to be able to make one more ship, and you know what? I need to make as many ships as I possibly can, so I'm going to do just that. Now, actually, you know what? I do need at least a single system that is, in fact, making some profits. And, well, then again, dust, Gribar, well, it is providing me with some dust, so I guess it will be a thing in the end. Yeah, let's keep it as this, and hopefully I'll be able to survive long enough to actually live to tell the tale. Maybe, maybe not. And I do hope that this hero has what it takes to actually survive the assault. Now, can I make another thermal matrix? And do I want to model the point? Because thermals, they disappoint me. They are not only unable to, soak up the damage that the enemy is dealing, but also yeah, that's about it. They are supposed to be living tanks, and they are not. They cannot possibly withstand the enemy's firepower, even with a hero, which is a huge problem. So what I'm going to do is just continuously stock up on industry on my home system, and then possibly make enough magnetics to make a big difference. Anyway, let's end the turn. Pray that the enemy's ship cannot reach ruins in a single turn. But actually, even if they can't, then I cannot either. So they might as well go ahead and take ruins. I will have to retake them later anyway. There is nothing I can do for that to not happen, sadly. This will lead to a war of amoeba, I know, but what can I do about this? Nothing. Unfortunately, they do not have as much movement as I feared, so they're not that far ahead of me in terms of technology, which is not, it isn't that bad. It isn't. Anyway, 3 ships on Dust Silos, 3 on Tortuga, 1 on Observer, and that's about it. I wasn't making any more ships in other systems. Alright, 6 destroyers is good enough, although they are separated from each other, so they're going to be not that effective. Those 6, as I said, is quite decent. Now, you decide, I might as well finish construction of this guy, merge them together, and after this one other guy is ready. Actually, now they only have 1 movement left, so I might as well wait. 1 movement is really not a lot. However, Eurisa, go ahead and... Wow, look at the military strength of this fleet. I'm so dead! Right. Let's engage in this battle. Let me think. Do I need to eat again? Seize my role-playing actions to actually create a fleet that is capable of surviving the enemy storm and dispatching the enemy ships? I might have to. My situation is so unbelievably bad at this point in time that I see everything in a pessimistic light at the moment. And quite frankly, it's not much I can do about it. Anyway, positive strategy first, because the... No, the enemy is using missiles! Oh... Which actually is kinda low, because he's not going to do anything since he's retreating anyway. Alright then, don't mind me, I'm just floating around in space like a boss, and nobody's going to fire anything. Alright. Man, I would love a ceasefire treaty with Sheridan, at least for a turn! Even a single turn would be enough for me to gain control of this situation. Literally, this would just save me so much. Can we ceasefire? They want to cease! Alright, they actually kinda like the idea. Good. What if they pay me? They don't like this idea so much anymore. No, they do not. Alright, ceasefire is good enough for me. Offer. Agree. There we go. Ceasefire is there, and actually they still attack me. But if I retreat... No, there is a problem. If I retreat, I'll probably go to Drasselos or Observer. I don't want to. But I cannot risk losing those ships. Actually, I can risk losing those ships because we are at peace. That was the smartest thing I ever did in like last, I don't know how many videos. Yes, it's fired 10 times. And you know what? I might as well lose this battle because it doesn't matter. Actually, it does matter. I'll lose this hero and I cannot afford to do so. Let's see how well I can do. The enemy has a lot of missiles. Well, actually, a single destroyer will probably destroy my cruiser. No problems at all. Nah. No point in just allowing the enemy's hero to level up for no good. I ain't going to retreat. In fact, I will go for offensive retreat to make it even more awesome. And I don't know why I'm queuing up non-repair systems afterwards, I guess I just like them. But yeah, anyway, I really do not want to risk losing my ships, so there we go, I'm retreating and I'm also going to deal some minor damage to the enemy, which actually is going to be none because I'm pretty sure they have, yeah, all possible defenses except for the destroyer, which does not have any shields, but still, it doesn't matter. Now, if I were to retreat to ruins, I'll be very happy, but this will not happen. We all know that, yeah, of course the dust cells, which are the most distant system, and amoebas. Yeah, amoebas. A single word is so much hatred. Now, what is even... It's okay with amoebas attacking in ruins, right? Because I'm not a ceasefire treaty with them, I can attack them, and I can retake ruins, and with my destroyers I should be able to do so with relative ease. But the problem is, I did see this Shadow fleet making its way to Ceres. Now, it was only a scout, but when this discarded guard post is, you know, captured by pirates and undefended, they will make a beeline for it, and capture it for their own, which will be horrible. I don't think I need to explain this to you. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, because I will not be able to recapture guard posts from Sheridan. We have this fire treaty. Anyway, I'm not sure why they accepted this treaty in the first place, but I assume this is simply because of the fact that this war is going for a very long time, and my military is in fact just barely weaker than theirs. Barely. So they might think, alright, this guy is more or less as powerful as we are, that's fine. We have been at this war for centuries, essentially, and... Why did what happened when I clicked that? What ships were moving? I don't know. I really do not. So... we might as well cease the hostilities for now and prepare to fight another day. I understand them because I feel in the exact same way right now. And it is really turning things 180, because now I can focus on amoebas, clear them out, recapture ruins, recapture guard posts, and when those 10 turns pass, which granted will pass very quickly, I will be able to hold my ground without using stupid glass cannon tactics with missiles or whatnot. This is great and amazing, and I'm very happy about that. And things could only go better if the enemy actually stops blockading me on Matrix, because they're not supposed to do that, mind you. They're not. And alright, great, they're going into ruins. And then more of them are blockading. Hold on a second, I did not give you... Hey, hold on a second, this is actually a legitimate claim. I did not give the Shadens open borders treaty. How on earth can they move in my area of influence and blockade me on top of that? They should not be able to do so, but they apparently can. And I can still attack them, which is even weirder. Whatever. Anyway, Symbiotic Satellites is ready, which will be amazing-ish. Do I have any Orkilakics? I think I do. Is this? Yes, I do. So when I get this on Matrix, then it will just boost my fits by a ton, and I will love it. But right now, I cannot really do so because I'm under blockade again, which is seriously annoying. I don't think I need to explain to you why. Actually, hold on a second. Is this just stagnating? Yes, it is. That's a big oversight. Colonizing those other planets would give me a huge penalty because I don't have the technology yet. Though I soon will have the technology to colonize Helium, so I might as well do so. And I do not want to, do nothing over here, so I should do something. Anyway, orbital platforms, I cannot make them because, yeah, I don't have the Orkilakics. I forgot. Actually, I'm not under blockade anymore. That's good. It means I can, in fact, make orbital platforms, which is amazing. I don't need the food. I could use some more dust, but not at the moment. It would barely give me profit. Actually, it would give me profit, which is good enough. So I might as well do it. Now, I'm almost ready to end this cast. Actually, it is half an hour long. But let us scout Aliov. There obviously are pirates, but only a single ship. It is not even worth to cast, record this. So I'm going to queue up my barrier and then repair any damage I will take, because I will take some damage. Those are dreadnoughts without any defense that I'm using. But the enemy was kind of Kinedex there are, so yeah, it was fairly easy. There we go. Now I can move all of my fleets. Obviously, they weren't quite able to make it to Alif, but that is good enough. Udyr says, you just going to contradict and protect it for me, while the other fleet is going to stay at Alif and protect it as well. Now Udyr says, you stay here, do nothing. Udyr says, oh, right, that's the fleet that just arrived, right. Let's merge those two fleets together, send them back to Matrix, kill those Sheridan bastards that dare to blockade me, even though we are at ceasefire treaty, which is BS that they can still attack me regardless. And then we'll retake ruins from the enemy base because they will capture it, there's no denying that they will. Now I do need to do something about my dust problems. Now how close am I to getting my hero back? Now he's 0% injured, but because he's level 17, I didn't realize he's so awesome. He costs an absolute ton of dust to resurrect. I don't have this amount of dust, and I will not have this amount of dust anytime soon, which is very, very bad. Now, is there any system that I can actually, you know, turn into a bigger dust production system? Like you did say. Dust sellers do not need any extra improvements, they have what they need, and they still have some time before they max out their population, so yeah, let's make more dust out of dust silos, and now I'm still losing dust, but not that much. I will be able to overcome it eventually as I get more population on Contradict and Rendezvous Run. Speaking of Contradict, I believe that you did say are ready for Xenotourist agencies to give me more dust, which I desperately need, and then I can also get... Yes, indeed, I can get interplanet transport networks, which will be amazing because this system has almost no industry at all. And that's about it. It was PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy this videocast, then please, by all means, like it. Maybe even subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Also, please do leave a comment because I do love reading them and they help me out a lot. Thank you for watching.